Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just waiting for my audience to show up. Hey, you made it. Welcome back to my Coldplay Corner, where we're reading Mylo Xyloto, all 6 issues, and I'm going to break down each issue for you. Today we have issue 2, which is called CoverUp. How exciting. A cover-up. Ooh. Well, it's not the kind of cover-up you're thinking of. It's covering up this beautiful spark. Remember the beautiful spark from the last issue that Milo so idiotically touched? Well, guess what? He's touching it again. The way that this issue starts off almost seems like it's backtracking a little bit, like going back like a previously on Mylo Xyloto. But it seems from what comes after it that actually what has happened is after, if you remember, after Milo touched the spark, he saw Fly chase after her, but she got away. I believe that he must have returned to the spark. So now we see him taking off his glove again and touching it again. Milo, come on. Well, he doesn't get much touch time because the other silencers show up, you know, there being a giant spark, and there's actually a crew of silencers designated as cleaners. They have these basically like giant paint guns, and they just shoot black ink or paint or whatever it is all over the spark to, you guessed it, cover it up. So one silencer comes up to Milo. We find out that it's Rex and is like pressing him about having seen Fly. Then Rex is like, you've gone soft, man. I don't even know you anymore. And Milo, he says, that makes 2 of us. So Milo's having an identity crisis. Makes sense. Then yet another silencer, who must be like a captain or something, comes up and he wants to know, Milo, why didn't you call for backup? Because by protocol 42A, you're supposed to call for backup, and you didn't do it, and you didn't capture Fly. So what happened? And Milo basically says, I wanted that free feed for life. So he wanted to be the one to catch Fly. That's his excuse anyway. He wanted to be the one to catch Fly, so he did not call for backup. How true is it? Well, I mean, I think to an extent he does want the free feed for life. Then we cut to Major Minus Towers. I'm just calling it that. But it's a huge tower, and Major Minus is there. And we actually see some more, like, basically lackeys. And they're like, oh, we gotta get this information to Major Minus. Oh, you should take it. Me? No, I don't want to do that. Hey, I need someone to take this to Major Minus. And this guy tries to make so many people take this information to Major Minus, and none of them will do it. So he's got to do it himself. And it's funny because in the hallway leading up to Major Minus's office, the walls are covered in portraits of Major Minus. I mean, I suppose that they could just be the 13 Urdoks in general. The Urdoks all look pretty similar, if I'm going to be honest. But I like the thought that it's all Major Minus, that he just has a ton of portraits of himself lining the walls. So the guy goes into the office and hands Major Minus this, like, pad that has an image on it, which presumably is the spark, because we see this rocket ship that Milo noticed early on. And Major Minus asks if they captured Fly. No, they did not. Why not? And this guy says, well, sir, I think that, that's my voice for him. I think that the free hypnofeed for life is making people a little selfish. They don't want to do teamwork in capturing. They want to capture fly themselves. And Major Minus is like, but don't you think that what you just did is selfish also because you ratted out people? I mean, it's not really ratting out Major Minus. I think he's just trying to create drama where there is none, just like Major Minus. Now, he's saying, yes, thank you for bringing this information to me. You're free to go. And so he goes. And the way that he goes is that Major Minus throws him out the window. He just, bye, see ya. This guy's probably dead. I can't imagine that he survived that. Even Major Minus seems to have cut himself in the process, I think, because he takes off his glove and he's got this black, oily, inky substance coming out of his hand and he just smears it on the wall. I don't know why. He could probably just go get a napkin or something or wipe it off on his robe, but he just smears it on the wall. Gross. Then we cut again back to Milo, and this time he's coming home. And he turns on his light, and he gets out this trunk from under his bed that has a bunch of, mementos in it, a bunch of things from his childhood. So he has a picture of himself and his parents in there. He's got some, little toys, and there is the rocket ship that looked so familiar to him in the spark. And he touches the rocket ship, and then suddenly he notices something's coming out of his hand, and then something's happening with the rocket ship. It's flying up, and there's all this color and noise coming out of it. And Milo quickly, it's kind of like in Monsters, Inc., when Boo is making all the screaming noises, and the lights are flashing in the apartment building, and Sully and Mike are trying to get her to stop. It's kind of like that, but with Milo and a rocket. He closes his curtains, trying to, hide it from everyone so no one else notices what's going on. And then we cut again. There's a lot of cutting. There's a lot of back and forth in this issue here. Major Minus has now gathered all of the silencers, or most of the silencers, in front of this giant vault. And he's got one word to say, and that word is treason. He says it very loudly and kind of spits, I think. So he's basically yelling at all of the silencers for not capturing the sparkers. He's saying, we do so much for you to keep you safe. We, the Urdoks, do so much for you to keep you safe from the Eaters. And you don't capture the sparkers. And you just let the sparks stay up. What is wrong with all of you? I should just let these Eaters that, oh yeah, by the way, I have captured Eaters and they're in this vault behind me. And I should just open the vault and let them eat all of you. That's what he says. Why should the Urdoks protect Silencia? Well, why should we? What do we ever get in return? Incompetence and ingratitude. That's what the Urdoks are getting from the Silencers, from the Silencians. Of course, the Silencers don't like the sound of being eaten, so they say no. And no, please, we need you. So Major Minus is like, basically, I'll give you one last chance. You have 3 days to clean the streets of this filth. Otherwise, I open these doors and leave you to the fate that your miserable planet deserves. Because remember, the Urdoks are not native to Silencia. We don't know the story of the Urdoks yet. We will get that in a future issue. But we know that they're not native. This is not their planet to begin with. It's the Silencians' planet. But the Urdoks have come and brought peace to the Silencians. Keep that in mind. There's that. They have 3 days. Then he wants to know, we almost had Fly. Someone let Fly go. So who was it? And one of the silencers steps up and says, "It was Mylo Xyloto." So Major Minus says, "Bring him in for interrogation." You may wonder, where is Milo right now? What is he up to? Well, he's still at home. He's laying down. He's thinking about life or something. He goes into kind of a dream state. And there's, so much color. So much beauty happening. And he's flying around in this wonderland. And he sees some lady with crazy spiral hair. And as he gets closer, suddenly he sees, it's Fly. And she's so cute and innocent and harmless. And then she turns into an eater. And that wakes Milo back up from his dream state. Now he's got bigger problems. Both of his hands are glowing. Sparks are coming from both of his hands now. And he looks in the mirror and he says, "What's happening to me?" And that's issue 2 of Mylo Xyloto. What is happening to Milo? We'll find out in the next issue. I'm doing a series of these breakdowns, so depending on when you watch this video, that next video might be up already. If you missed episode 1, I don't know why you got this far in this video, but it's there. And remember, I have my video comparing Mylo Xyloto, the album, to the comics. I'm going to be doing a video after this breakdown series connecting Mylo Xyloto and Music of the Spheres, so I'm very excited for that. Thank you all for watching. Remember, you can like and comment and share and subscribe. Do all those things, why not? And I'll see you very soon for issue 3 of Mylo Xyloto. Peace out.